Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 1 with the draft, Journey to Nyx, Born of the Gods, Theros draft. Let's see, he's kept his. We'd not mulligan this. We have everything we need in this hand. Got our one island, Ashiok, if we happen to draw into it. But we have the Springleaf Drum that will actually get into this read the bones. And the Astral Cornucopia as well. So this is definitely a very good starting hand. So I'm going to go ahead and just start with the Renowned Weaver. Hey, and we have a way to cast that dude as well. So chuck this guy out. And then next turn we can actually not cast anything, but I mean we have a great little hand here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw out an island. Springleaf Drum here. And we'll get in for one. I don't think we need to sacrifice this for a 1/3 spider. So there was quite a few blue cards going around that were pretty powerful. We'll have to wait and see what his second color is. Hey, it could be just a mono blue list. Maybe we'll get beat down by a Thassa here and a Master of Waves, right? With my luck. Still nothing on his, which is kind of unsettling. I think what we do here is we just read the bones. We need to hit lands. Or I could Astral Cornucopia. But I think we just need to read the bones here. And it might, nope, it just, so I'm going to actually put one of these on the bottom and one on top. And allows us to play our other one. And now we're in pretty good shape. I didn't want that other land quite yet. But we can actually cast everything in our hand because 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not quite. Not quite the Vulpine Goliath, but so white is his other card, his other color. Still hasn't played anything. We hit another land drop here, which is going to allow us to actually cast the Deadbridge guy here. I think, well, maybe the Guardian. No, it's definitely going to be the Deadbridge here. And he can have Intimidate, sure. All right, so we have a threat out that can actually end the game quite fast, and he has no way to actually deal with it. So if he taps out here, we're going to be in pretty good shape. And we have we have 2 enchantments in hand, so we have 2 ways to get 4 damage in. I did see a lot of control. Let's see. So this target creature can't block. Okay. So he gets a 4/4 unblockable as well. So we both have these kind of 4/4 unblockables. This is definitely going to be the more powerful of card, the Eidolon of Blossoms. As this is going to fill up our hand. And we're going to be able to get in there for 4 with our Deadbridge. Our Deadbringer, sorry. Got Deadbridge Goliath on my mind. And we hit a land here so we can actually, block his dude and sack our Renowned Weaver. Or we can actually just cast a Font of Return. So either one works. Yeah, I'm going to keep the Font of Return as another Constellation trigger for the next turn. But we're going to get in here for 4. And yeah, I think that's the game plan. I think what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully block his Whitewater Nymph here. And then be able to put a 1/3. But I mean, if he just casts a guy, yeah, okay, sweet. So we'll definitely kind of stall him out. Which, wow, that's an enchantment? Awesome. I didn't even realize that. So we have a lot of synergy with this deck. So anyway, give our dude Intimidate. And now if he casts anything, we can just asphyxiate it next turn. So this is looking really good for us. And it drew us a card here. So exactly what I want to build is these synergistic decks. And he exiles a tap creature. That's fine. Exiling it is a little bit rough, but it spends his mana. We can actually Renown Weaver well, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to now cast a Grim Guardian. And just so juicy. This deck is awesome with all the synergies. So hopefully we actually get a win here, and I can actually feel good about my draft, as I definitely am going to grind him out. This Idol of Blossoms is just so incredibly powerful. And then we can go Cornucopia. And then we can still throw out a Weaver. So I am going to attack in. I think we're going to win the race here at this point. 4-3. And maybe I should be trying to use his Fellhide Spirit Binder with the Springleaf Drum. I didn't even realize that was a way to tap him immediately. But, I mean, we kill anything he puts out again, we asphyxiate it. I mean, this is looking really good for us. So I'm wondering at this point if he even attacks in, or if he needs to play more of the defensive mode here. Because I'll just take 4. He does not. Wow, this Fellhide Spirit Binder is going to be amazing with. We can make a copy of the Eidolon. Wow. Oh, this is going to be very juicy. And now we can actually kill either one of these. Definitely just kill his flyer with the Asphyxiate. And now I get a Death Toucher that can deal with. Yeah, definitely going to do that right off the bat. And yeah, I'm going to cast this dude here. And now we can actually copy the Whitewater Nymph to actually give unblockable to actually finish him off. Or we just keep drawing cards. Either way. I mean, he's in a world of hurt. I mean, he does have Whelming. That Whelming Wave was going around. He seems to be getting a little bit mana flooded, but with him not casting, you got to think there's some really, really, really high-powered stuff in his deck. He's going to chuck this on his... Gosh, we can make a copy of this now, even. So he's going to chuck this on his Whitewater Nymph. That's fine. So anyway, I kept the Springleaf Drum so I can actually use it on the Spirit Binder. Yeah, and he can't even attack in because I just chump block. So yeah, we are looking very good here. So in a turn here, we'll make a red for no reason, so that we can then use this to copy. Geez, I can make a huge guy. Now we'll just copy the Eidolon of Blossoms. And that way he'll lose a life and we'll draw 2 cards. And yeah, we're just going to be drawing an insane amount of cards here, because now we can cast oops, we don't want this in my upkeep. We'll go on to, oh, that's a juicy card too. The Archetype of Finality, which now everything has Death Touch. And we draw 2 cards. Which we can still put out a Death Toucher of our own, but I mean at this point we can just attack in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm just going to throw this Chosen out. And we can attack him with this. I think that's the only thing that we really need to attack in with. This will get in for 2, and next turn we should have him dead. Unless he has something crazy in his hand. Which, I mean, he could. I mean, there's a lot of really... There's the Fated Retribution, or Fated, the one that actually kills everything. Which would be pretty bad for us. But at this point, I still think I feel like I'm ahead here. Because we have 5 cards in our hand. We have plenty of lands to cast everything. We have, if he kills stuff, we can get it back with the Mender. So we can get back our... It's creature or enchantment, so we can get back the Spirit Binder. That gives this guy unblockable. I mean, next turn, that's all we need to do is copy that. I'll actually just copy the Grim Guardian, and I think that should be... It'll do 4 damage, and then we sacrifice... Yeah. So, unless he's got something insane in his hand, this is pretty much a wrap. Well, we can block the flyer, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I'm wondering if he's got some sort of Whelming Wave or something. See if he can give his guy lifelink. All right, so this is going to change things. Can I do 13 damage? I still believe I can do like 13 damage in a turn, though, is the thing. Because I'm definitely going to copy the Grim Guardian here. Depends on what he puts out. If he just shows me what he puts out, because that copy's a 4/4. Can give itself unblockable, which should do 4 damage. Yeah, so copying the Grim Guardian would be more damage. And Sudden Storm means that, okay, now I can't copy either one of those. They don't untap. Okay. I should still be okay. Hopefully. I mean, he's got 1 card in hand. Can he do something insane this turn? All right. Lash of the Whip is nice. It's instant speed too. So I mean, that just might be enough to get him here. And we have another Weaver. But we don't need to use that yet. It's a 1-2. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and attack in with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he blocks this guy here and takes 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he'll take 5 and then 6. Yeah, I don't think I can quite kill him this turn. But that is going to be the strategy here. And we're going to be drawing another card too. So I'm attacking with everything. And he takes it all. So that's going to change things a little bit. Probably not, because we can do Renowned Weaver here. And I'm going to go ahead and sack this. Well, we can sack that at any time. So, well, I kind of want to draw a card. So I'm going to sack it right now. Because this will draw us a card. And I'll lose a life. And we might hit something else that just wins the game here. And there we go. I think that pretty much comes close to winning. Yeah, that was 6 damage exactly. So perfect. So our nice little deck actually gets us there. Wow. I'm quite impressed with it. So I didn't really get to see much. I mean, I don't think that bringing in like even Pinnacle of Rage or Rage of Perforos is actually... Well, Rage of Perforos is something I actually do want to see in here. And he does have some enchantment creatures, so I think having a little bit more of the removal is actually a good move. And we don't need, like, these early drops. Like Noble Quarry, even though it is an enchantment creature, and it forces into block, I think it's just weaker. And even, like, the Vulpine Goliath, I don't think we need to have, like, this huge finisher to get us there. I'm thinking that just more control and then just slowly wheeling him down to be the better route. So Rage of Perforos, I think, is going to be a little more powerful. And same with the Feast of Dreams. Again, we don't need Magma Spray. We don't need the Ultimate Cyclops. We don't need Necrobite. I don't think we need any of these. Oh wait, Sky Reaping was pretty good. I saw 2 flyers. Best Devotion to Green. Actually, I don't think the Sky Reaping is good in our deck at all, as we only have... Yeah, we don't have much Devotion to Green at all. So Artisan's Sorrow could come in. It's Artifact or Enchantment. We did see an enchantment that might actually just be better than the Feast of Dreams, as it scries 2. But yeah, I don't really see us... I'm going to submit this. And maybe we do need the Vulpine Goliath as a finisher. But I'm thinking that, again, just he's so slow. And this is barely keepable. I mean, we just need 1 fixer and we can cast the 2 guys. We have the Asphyxiate to kind of slow him down. And I don't think that I mean, this, if I were to mulligan, it's very awkward. I'll put that out there. But yeah, I didn't want to see that other land either. We could just be dead by bad draws. But if we draw the red, we're good. We draw the blue, we're good. So, ouch. Little 1/1 I didn't get to see. And there's a Springleaf Drum, which helps us fix. But now, okay, so now we just need to draw a creature. And then we can Ashiok, and Ashiok can just shut him down. But I mean, this Triton Shorestalker is actually really good versus us. And I'll end up asphyxiating that. This is crazy. He's like, has a bunch of 1-drops now. We saw really late. And now all of a sudden there's a bunch of things that the Scouring Sands can just completely shut down. So I will asphyxiate that, though, unless there's something that's better, which I highly doubt. I mean, unless it's a 1-drop, and then we could Ashiok, right? No, we still... Yeah, we would. We'd have enough. So Traveler's Amulet, I don't think gets the... We could... No, it's just going to be Asphyxiate. The Elite Skirmisher. And next turn we Traveler's Amulet and Ashiok. No, we can't even quite do that, can we? That's a good one too. Jeez, all these 1/1s. I didn't see any of this game 1. And now he's beating me down with the 1/1s. The Scouring Sands is just a board wipe. So there's a read the bones, and we can actually do both, right? We can, well, I'm going to go ahead and read the bones right now to try to hit. I want both of those because we want the island, right? Because then we have everything we need. And I want the Lash of the Whip. Or at this point, do I even want the island? Yeah, we want them both. So we're in pretty decent shape. I mean, I could get overwhelmed. But we can kill any threat he puts out next turn. We can actually kill off this guy if we don't want to deal with it. But I think the right play here is just to Ashiok or to go the Grim Guardian. Hopefully he doesn't have a counter spell, because that will be pretty bad for us. And cool, we get an Almond Speaker and a Shield Mate, which will be really nice. I'm going to go ahead and crack this Traveler's Amulet. And we can go get our One of Mountain. Thin out our deck a little bit. And hopefully he can't kill the Almond Speaker. I mean, these won't have haste. I think we're in pretty good shape. And this is probably going to force him to attack in to the Ashiok. So let's see if he actually makes... Yes, he's going to make the... So this is going to take his turn, most likely. And Ashiok can absorb some pretty crazy damage by the time he deals with it, because I'll probably just +2 her again and make him continue to attack into the Ashiok. He's got 3 on tap, though, so that's fine. I mean, I could put out an Almond Speaker, because it just scries, right? But then he's vulnerable, so I think I'm just going to exile an X2. And get a Skyguard. He had me confused. He's a heroic. He's a blue-white heroic deck that Scouring Sands just completely, or Souring Sands, whatever it's called, completely shuts down. But game 1, I saw a bunch of late game stuff. So we'll go ahead and throw out this mountain. And 1, 2, 3. We can actually do both. So I'm going to go ahead and put out the Grim Guardian. And the Spirit Binder. And see if he decides to make even more tokens. He does not. So he's got something that he might be able to deal with, the Ashiok and the Fellhide Spirit Binder. But we're in pretty good shape. I mean, we thinned out our deck quite good. Got rid of some nasty tricks on his part. So if this does go to game 3, I will be going heavy red and bring in those Souring Sands, as they can just completely shut him down. Well, that's pretty good. Now, you can't attack alone, but she's going to attack him with everything here. To me, not even to Ashiok. So I'm going to block this guy. Take 4. He's going to try to kill me before I can do anything, but that's not going to work because I'm just going to lash the Whippet. And should be in pretty decent shape. I still don't necessarily like... I'm just going to put in this shield mate. So he loses another life. I'm going to go ahead and lash right now. And we will put out a Chosen. So I'm in pretty good shape here. We're going to start copying stuff. He still has 4 cards in hand, though. And it's something I really can't deal with. But I can copy that each turn. So depending on it, he puts bottom. And bottom. So I could just Almond Speaker here instead of, because he doesn't like what he has. I need to find something for that Horizon Scholar. And we'll tap our Spirit Binder here. So that we can copy his 4/4 flyer. And this is before draw, so this is going to be really good. And we put this on the bottom and this on top. That's awesome. It's a way to actually get rid of it. So, very nicely. I'm glad I put in that Rage. And again, I don't really think I need anything. Like the Skyguard could block a flyer, but we're just going to go ahead and exile 2. Or 3 cards. Get nothing off the top. Actually, 2 things that he didn't want. So we get a land. Oh, we get a Phalanx Leader, which is okay, and an aerial formation. So he's a blue-white heroic. I would have never guessed that. Play a land here. Go ahead and add a red. And I'm going to do it. This is a sorcery speed, so he is tapped out, though. I'm going to kill off his spirit, put this on bottom. So that was a really good trade. And we'll go ahead and get in there for 4. So looking awesome here. And have you put something... Aww. That hurts. Gets rid of our Spellbinder. But, I mean, he's only a few more activations of Ashiok. That is going to be a very, very powerful enchantment. So I am on a bit of a clock here, down to 10, but he still can't really attack in. That's a really good one with the Archetype of Finality. Yeah, I kind of want to just put in like an Almond Speaker, to kind of set up my next few draws, but I think we just go kind of for a mill route. And we find nothing again. Find lands for him. But we just go ahead and chuck out the archetype. But he does last breath it. That does give me some life, though, so we are definitely in top deck mode with him being able to tap down only one creature at the moment, and which he'll need to tap down the Chosen. Yeah, I'm in really good shape, especially that putting me back up to 14. I mean, he has to really draw into some bombs here. And he drew a land, which is... drawing a land is okay, because he can tap down two of my guys. But then he still loses a soldier token because his Sightless Brawler can't attack alone. And he still probably has another land, another 4 lands in his deck. He still can't even attack in good because I just block the 1/1 here. That is his best move, though, is to attack into the Sightless Brawler and a soldier token. He's going to go all 3, so I get to kill his... And it's all at me, so I get to kill his general. Take 4, which the last breath negated. And I mean, I could actually put in one of these creatures if I wanted to give me more blockers. Unfortunately, drew into land there. I think that is the right play. We're not even going to try to mill him out. I'm just going to cast an Almond Speaker. To kind of set up. I'm going to put them both on the bottom. I don't want either one of them at this point. And again, we'll just try to wait him out. Might not be the best move. Sudden Storm. And those aren't going to untap either. So that is a bit of an issue. But I can actually block the soldier. And then he won't be able to attack in with the Sightless Brawler after that. Because it can't attack alone. So... yeah, that's good. So we just block here. And I go down to a 7. And Satyr Wayfinder. And it's a blocker. We'll exile 3 cards. Yay, we get some really good ones. And go ahead and Satyr Wayfinder here. Fortunately, those go to the graveyard, but we get a land out of the way. We should be really good, especially with chucking out this supply line. Or I'll probably just mill him 2 more times and be done. I mean, he's got to draw a creature here. He's got to be able to cast a creature and be able to tap stuff down. And it's got to be like a huge creature. Just going to tap this down. Why is he doing it right now? I don't understand, because he can't even attack in with his Sightless Brawler. So he should have done that. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much over now. Gonna mill again. He's down to a 4. Find some cool stuff. We got, wow, yep, we got his other bomb. Go ahead and cast this. This way he loses a life. No, he does. Oh yeah, it's when I use it, he loses it. So now he can attack. He could have tapped down 2 of these at the end step, but it doesn't matter at this point. He's just milled out, and he has nothing with haste. I mean, he could go like Whelming Wave here. But, I mean, that's just delaying the inevitable that, you know, doesn't get him anywhere. He draws another land. And that is game because he gets milled out. So let's see what his last cards were. Yep. Blue-white heroic deck. Just pass the turn to him. And we win round 1. So not too shabby. Our little kind of janky deck here, our little weird 4-color deck actually gets us there. Why didn't he die there? Didn't he draw? Oh, it's still in my turn. So untap, and he has no more cards to draw, and then he loses the game. Come on, my friend, just pass the turn. Anyway, I'm just going to end it here for video's sake. It seems like I'll time out before I concede. Okay, I'll report. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Sorry about the bad mannered opponent. Thanks for watching.